Hi, it's me again. I'm back. I'm doing another cooking demonstration. This time I'm making like a 3-bean salad and with a couple little twists. Um, I was thinking about the beans I was going to use. I wanted to do the typical, the wax bean, the green bean, the garbanzo. And then I thought, what else could I do? Well, I almost forgot about the onion, which I have an onion and I haven't chopped that up yet, which I'll probably, take a break and do that. And I thought, oh, edamame. I could add edamame. That would be cool. I've never seen that in a salad. Add a little, soy protein in there. And I thought, well, then I'll have to go to the store. Oh, I have tofu in the fridge. I bought it to cook it in the air fryer, and I didn't do it, so it's going to go in my salad. And right now, I'm cutting that up the worst cooks method, okay? Anne Burrell teaches planks. You do a plank. Can you see that? You do a plank, then you do the slices. So I make 3 slices, then you do the dices. Planks, slices, dices. See? And then you got little squares. So that's going to go in with the 3-bean salad. And I didn't press it so much as I just kind of didn't really press it. I just kind of got the extra liquid off of it so it can absorb the vinegar sauce. So let me go ahead and set that aside for right this second. And oh, I can just do those 3 together. Let me do that real quick. And then all I have left is like dices. Okay, so I'm going to do the sauce. Now, the recipe I saw said it was a 1/4 cup, half a cup vinegar. Well, I'm going to use the white wine vinegar because I found this salad dressing that I really, really love, and it uses white wine vinegar. So I'm going to do that, which is a half a cup, and then it was a 1/4 cup of oil. Now, I don't think that. You know what? I'm going to check. Okay, I double checked. It's a half a cup of vinegar. But they use a lot more stuff than I did, so I'm not going to quite do a half a cup. Ooh. And I'm not going to do quite a 1/4 cup of oil. So just under. Because I'm not using 6 cans of beans like they did. So we're going to just do under each one. So that's just under. So we'll do that. And then they use sugar, granulated sugar, and I've got my mystery mix of sugar, which some of this is coconut sugar, and what else was in here? Oh, that it's just like a brownish sugar. It's just, but one of them's coconut. So that was like a couple tablespoons. Do I have a tablespoon somewhere? Yeah, tablespoons, a couple tablespoons. Sugar. We'll just put a little bit under that too, since I'm doing a little bit under everything. And there was a spoon here. I guess I'm gonna get it. Oh, a whisk. I have a whisk. Okay, we'll do the whisk. Okay, we'll get that mixed in there. And they added salt and pepper. But I'm going to taste it first. So in the meantime, I'm draining my green beans. I'm draining my wax beans and my garbanzo beans, which are the 3 beans I'm putting in there. And my tofu will be ready here shortly when I finish cutting it. Let me taste that. Oh, yowza. Wow. What does that need? That needs more sugar. Wow. I think it's the vinegar is kind of strong. So let's add a little more sugar to that. Woo! because I do remember this being a little sweet. And this way, if you add, since I'm adding the tofu, that almost makes it like a meal, like a lunch meal, because you have that extra protein in there from the tofu, and the tofu will bring up get the flavor. Well, that's better. And I'm gonna add a little pepper. They suggested adding a little bit of pepper. I'm not going to add salt because I overdid it on my white chili and screwed that up. So I'm going to add a little bit more sugar. Just because I like it a little sweeter. So we'll do that. Let's see how this one turns out. I do love the pickled onions. So basically you're just pickling the food you're putting in here. This is a pickling solution. Now let's taste this one again. Yes, I'm using the same spoon. I'm the only one who's going to be eating this. More sugar. Are you keeping track? Because I'm not. I think that's 3 tablespoons of sugar. Probably because of the vinegar that I used. Was, yeah, definitely it's the vinegar, why I'm putting it in there. I didn't expect this to take this long. I didn't think I'd have to doctor this up so much. So let's hope this is the best. This is the last of it. I didn't want to do too much. Okay, that's better. That'll be perfect once the onions go in there. So let me put that over there. And we'll get all the vegetables put in here. Old standby wax beans. I love the wax beans. I think it's just like for a color change. Usually my mom would put kidney beans in it, but I used those white kidney beans in my chili. So that didn't turn out. Now I don't think I'm going to use this whole thing because I don't like them that much. So I'm not going to put all of them in there. I never did like them when I was a kid. Not at all. So I'm going to put these over here because I'll put them in a container. Maybe I'll do something with them. And there's my green beans. Bought a bunch of those. Up in Utah here we have lot sales because I guess the Mormons have a thing where they have to do preparedness. So we have lot sales a couple times a year where you can buy cases of food, peanut butter, cake mix, flour, sugar, vegetables, ramen, just anything you can just buy by the case, and it's like 10 or 15 cents a piece, or $1 a piece instead of, but you have to buy it by the case. So they do stock up. I guess it's a preparedness thing they do, maybe because when they were traveling they ran out of food. I don't know, I didn't do the history on it, but it could just be because the history they came across and traveled, and maybe they ran out of food, so now they make sure they have plenty. But it's not a bad thing to do, have a stock if you have somewhere to keep it, which could be why all these houses have basements. You know, there's not much oil left in here. Oh, I can use that in my stove. Okay, all right, I am going to take a little break here, and I'm going to finish cutting up this tofu, and I'll be back. Oh, I have to cut up the onion too, so I'll be back after I do that. Okay, I'm ready. I went ahead and stuck the tofu in the dressing mixture because it'll help start soaking up some of that flavor. And I'm doing my onion. This is not my tearless onion that I had in my other video. I wish it was, but no. If you saw that one, you'll notice that it worked. And yes, these white onions aren't bad. I'm not crying too much. They're just plain old white onions from Utah. Ooh, cool. Anyway, they're local. But I'm going to cut these up. They suggested doing it this long ways so that they don't get so floppy. So I'm going to do that. And cut them up this way. And then separate them and stick them in with my veggies. So, I love onions. So, I would have preferred the red ones, but the red ones were really nasty looking at the store, so I went ahead and got these white ones instead. You know how sometimes, right now, it seems to be a shortage of food, so the stuff we're getting is like sitting longer, and it could be weather also, keeping things from getting transported. There's still a lot of bad weather. There's still some roads closed. Apparently, we're not going to get stuff from Canada because, you know, as the recording of this, there's truckers upset about something, and they're blocking the roads to get stuff into the United States. I don't know how much we get from Canada. We must get a lot. But so I'm gonna cut these up long ways. Yeah, it's tearing up a little bit, so it's just a little tiny small onion. I didn't want a big onion, even though I could just eat a whole jar of pickled onions. So we're just gonna take these and separate them a little bit and put that in there. And when I marinate this, I usually will like stick it in the fridge and I turn it upside down. I just kind of turn it over. I don't want to mess up the tofu because it's very tender. So I will put it on top and all the juice will go to the bottom, and then I'll just go in the fridge and turn it over occasionally so that both sides will get, oh man, my eyes burn. Both sides will get, so that's all that I'm putting in it. There's no juice in there, so everything got drained really well. So I'm just going to pour this on top of that. Yeah, I don't think there's nothing else I was going to put in there, so we'll just do that. And so it fills this up pretty good, but then, you know, you got a bunch of protein there. Maybe too much tofu, but whatever. It can't hurt too much. So anyway, I'm going to put the lid on that. And I'm going to stick that in the fridge. And the 3-bean salad's finished. So what I'll do is I'll go back in occasionally and turn it over. So both sides will get the seasoning. Because that one's pretty full. Okay, I'll be back for another one. I'm on a roll today. I've got a lot of stuff I want to cook. And they're all quick, which is really good. I like that. Okay, see you soon. Okay, here we go. Here is a 3-bean salad with tofu. Kind of an experiment, but let's try this and see how it turned out. Let's get some onion and some beans. You get a green bean taste, which is, you know, what you're used to getting. The tofu doesn't taste like tofu because tofu is pretty blank, you know. It just absorbs the flavor of whatever's with it. And the texture isn't repulsive. And now that I know what garbanzo beans are, they don't bother me as much as when I was a kid. So, yeah, the dressing turned out good. I'd say this one's a winner too. I got my lunch for the week. Beans and fruit. So, okay. Yeah, I'm going to eat some more of this. This is good. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some more. I've got lots of food videos and shopping video, and I'm going to have some yarn. I got to announce my yarn for my crochet alongs. So I'll be doing a yarn video pretty soon too. Okay? Thanks. Bye.